here we go guys, the starting of making the tandoor. And I've got a few tools out there, what I need and what I don't need. And what I did is I found a centre using a level. I went across there like that, marked it, went across there like that. Actually, it's probably better that way. And I went across there like that and marked it. And then what I did was I got some cord and I just drilled in the middle of there, in the middle of the barrel. Got a big massive barrel there. Used to be full of oil or whatever it was full of. I emptied it all out. And then what I did is I screwed in the middle there. When I found the centre, I drilled in there with my drill. And then attached that, and as you can see, I did the old pie yard square. And then I wrote all the way around there. And now what I'm going to do now, take that out the middle, and we're going to grind. And this is how I'm going to do it. This just seems the easiest way with a grinder. Just go out. Just go around there, annoying the neighbours as I do it, and then do that all the way around. And then I'm going to lay that full of engineering bricks, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put round there, make a hatch so I can open that door and clean it. Not only clean the tandoor, I can light it from under there as well. Engineering brick painter, and put that base on there, and then we've got them bricks in there now, see that? And we're just filling around the sides with bits of engineering brick, and then we're going to cover it with the screed here, with this Vicast see-proof screed. Mix that with water. What I did is I drilled an hole. See that hole? See the hole there in the middle? From the inside I draw the hole, right, from the top of them bricks. There you go. See the hole? Gives me the top of the bricks from inside. So what I can do now is I can make my hatch for removing the ashes, clean it out. Right, if you see what we did, we measured from there to there. And I used the saw to bend round, so that, see how the saw bends round? Then I was able to, obviously I can't do it as I'm holding the camera, so it bends round like that, and then you get your bottom measurement, and then you get your top measurement, and then you can get your measurement. See that? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do is I'm going to fix this on first in the middle. I'll have this in the middle there somewhere, so we go like that. I'll have these two fixed on. We can use a So what I'll do is I'll put a pilot hole in here first so I can fix these in. So we go. So see how I've gone a little bit below there, so I'm going to go. So these will be pilot holes what I'm putting in here, but I'll be putting bigger ones in. Something. Then what I'll be doing is I'll be putting these bolts in here. So we've got these. So these will be going in here. These bolts. And then what I'll do is I'll fix them through there. Then tighten the back nut on there. I'll put that through the outside. Whatever looks a bit tidy. I want it to make it a little bit tidy. So I think what I'll do. Actually that looks a bit. Oh, that's alright, see that? Right size drill bit for that. So I didn't want to go through there, did it? That goes through there like that. So what we'll be doing is that goes through there. Oh, that's perfect size. This goes through here, and then you have your back nuts on the other side. You got your back nuts on the other side. So that'll be fixed there like that. And then what we'll do is we'll mark that off there, mark that off there, mark that off there, mark that off there. And carry on drilling them there. Nice and easy. This is a new bit. This bit, I'm going to see if I can change. There we go. This one might be a bit better. So if you noticed, I've left this all intact because what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put these bolts on first. Fix these on first. 1, 2. Out like that. See? And then what we do, we take that out because we're just looking for another screw. But you see what we're doing here. We're trying to build that up, and inside that's what I'm going to do is put the old sand and cement in there, the heat-proof sand cement, heat-resistant cement. And I'll put another one in there, but we're running short of another. Bolt. I'm looking for a bolt to go in there, but by doing that first it's ideal because it keeps that in the right place. So here we go. Just looking for a bolt for that. Right, finished now. So I'm layering the cement, layer of the heat resistant cement. We're doing the heat bit of this cement just on the layer there on the bottom. Laying that. Put the screed in there. So there we go, that's screed in there. That's about, I don't know, 15mm thick, 20mm. And you can see there, it's not perfect, but it'll do. It's coming on. And then we'll put them inside. So it doesn't look like I've done anything, but we've got bricks cut engineering bricks cut all the way around the bottom of that, and 15mm of screed, heat resistant screed, and the door has been put in, so that's in there like that, ready to go. How cool is that? We've got the base in, got that in, got this in. Next thing is then pots are going in. So I'm thinking, if I leave that like that and cut that from there, and then cut that from there and try and join it up a bit down, plus I've got to get this down lower because it's too high. It's too high. See that? It's too high. I want this to finish flush. But if I turn that round, which I'm thinking about doing, turn this one round and turn this one round and then cut the top off. No idea. Can go either way. Not sure. As you can see now, I've turned it round. And what I can do is cut the bottom off here. I think I'm going to cut the bottom off anyway. And the reason being is because that's going to get really hot and it might crack. But if I cut the bottom off, if it cracks, it won't crack up here because it'll just hit the cement. The fire will be on the cement. So if I cut the bottom off here, I think I'm going to go that way actually. Then cut the top off here, cut the top there, off there. And can you see how wide I'm going to have this? Can you see how wide it's going to be? It's going to be wider. So I think I might do it that way. And also the join, see the join here is going to be really wide, thick. So the join, I can join that up. So what I'm doing to measure around here, I'm just going to cut off the plant pot. The other measurement what I did, pi Agaroth, that's what I need, pi Agaroth. I went there once, and on the Isle of Samos, and they wouldn't let me in because my measurements are not spot on. But here we go. So this is not, come round this way so you can see. So what I'm doing is I'm just going round using my fin because it's not straight, but I'm doing the best I can in the situation. So I've got that. This is my last measurement. Hopefully that will come around there. And there we go. I'm going to cut the top of that off now to lower it. I'm going to cut the bottom off as well to lower that too. Brilliant. Oh, I didn't realise how thick it was. Wow, that's good news. Surely that must be there. Yes, that's there. Not as tidy as I was like it to be, look at. Not as tidy as I would like it to be. That's the way it is. I might actually use that as a top, can't I? What I'm doing to get the edge in the end, what I've done is I've put two pieces of wood together, and I'm just going to draw around here until I get all the way around. Can you see that? And that will give me the straight edge, what I need, straighter than my last one. So pi Agaroth there, pi Agaroth there. Eat your heart out. See what's happening? Just you do what I am now, because you can't know. So these are the bricks that are going to be either side of the door. So I'm going to have one on this side of the, just inside of the door, left right hand side, left hand side, and one across the top inside. Just put that over, right over. Right, so what's best to do as well is measure these bricks off where they're going, because I'm going to put cement, high temperature cement on these, so I need them to be back in position. I don't want them to move, I want them to stay in position. Can't get a marker on there, but I can get a marker on there, which is good. Right, so I'm trying not to move that brick.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. And that will give you the marker for the bricks. Yeah. Awesome. And then you can see what I've done. And I've just marked that off. And I marked in the centre, down the floor, where that terracotta pot's going to go. So what I'm doing is I've got a brick that side, a brick that side, and a brick on the top. If you look on the inside, yeah, we've got a brick either side and a brick on top. And what I'm going to do is cut out the access so we can clean the coals out. And then I'm just going to mark around this. Oh, that is not, it's not marking very well actually. Something like that. Something like that. I don't think I really need to be. I think I only need to be like that. So what I've done is I've cut the hole in there now. That's what it looks like. And then that's what it looks like from the outside. Good up. Now we're just fixing this inside of here now with the high temperature cement on the bottom. So if you can see in there, you can see how we've cemented that the two bricks in. We've got to cement the bricks on the top as well, and then cement this in here. This is extra strength. And what I'll do later on, I'll clean this area out, but at the moment this is the way it is. I made it wet mix because it's drying up pretty quickly. So thanks to Vicas, this is heat-proof screed. See how clean that is now. Very, very clean, flat, lovely, and then yeah, flat as possible. Because when we light that fire, come on baby, light my fire. So here we are now. That's all sealed in there, and this is the what's called the dew-free microfill, and that was £32. And they were really quick as well at doing it. So we're going to fill that on the outside. Hopefully there's enough. Not sure what that is going to be though, the way things look, and doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. We'll see. So there's the temperature, so we put that in, cut the hole through there, and then you look on the inside, and there's the probe on the inside, and what we did was we come through the terracotta, so we didn't have to make an hole in the terracotta pot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to seal around there with high temperature mastic, clean that off. High temperature mastic, which I'm using fire stop, goes all the way around there, and that will keep the top terracotta in place. And just went round on the inside of that, all the way around there. And I've got to clean that bottom out. As you can see, it's coming a bit high. It's coming a bit high here. It's coming a bit high here. But that's how I like it. As you can see, what I've done is I've filled that up full of vermiculite. And you can see what I've done is here, I've got one brick going from the bottom all the way to the top, and I've got supports in the middle, fire cement supports, which are keeping this in place. The terracotta in the middle, one support on this side, and which is links up with the thermostat. If you noticed, I've got the vermiculites, the insulation, up high. So what I'm going to do is, because I reckon that will sink down eventually, and when it sinks down, I reckon then we will have a true, yeah, when I put a fire in there, it'll dry that right out, and I think it'll sink down a bit more. See what's happened is here, I'm cutting round here using a really good drill. It's cutting through, but it's too thick. I think 4mm. This is gonna go around the top of the Tandoor, and this is what happens. See, just see what I'm doing is I've got to be careful because it just breaks off, and I think what it is, it's that drill, the grinder, sorry, it's quite thick, it's really thick. As you can see, I've done like a rough cut, and I'm probably never going to get it perfect, I don't think. As you can see, I've cut the middle out there very gently, and I'm going to trim them edges off in a minute. Yeah, I have to sculpture this, and then it's probably going to crack. Might crack, then again it might not. As you can see, it's like little by little, just edging away, getting it right. Okay, and then what I've got, like where I'm marking it there, and just grind it off a little bit and a little bit, and it should fit in. Should fit in. Thank you.
I think you nailed it to my table.
Yes. No, I didn't even use that in the end. There we go. It's a little bit raised. I'm going to fill that in with fire cement and fill in the inside of there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a fire inside first to heat up all the vermiculites. Right, if you flip that over and put the lid on and see what happens. I might not be using this lid, but as you can see, it might be able to use it. So there we go. Nearly there, nearly finished. But what I'm going to do is, if you can lift that lid off again, put a fire inside of there. Yeah. Put a fire inside of there, and then what that'll do is dry that vermiculite up, that heat insulation, and then we're good to go. Ready to go. So I'm making the door plug. This is going to plug the door. Keep it heating. See there, that one there, and that one there. You can see what I'm doing here. This is the plug, what's going to go in to the, oh yes, look at that. So I can just pull that in, look at in and out. See how I'm going to do that? Just in and out of the door. Show you in a minute. See, I cut that out. Cut that out, cut that out, and there's a slot. What you need to keep the heat in. There we go, that goes in there like that. And then that goes in there like that. I just need like a, probably something around there too. That's interesting. There we go. That goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. There you go. Yep. Okay. Turn. So again. That goes like that. That opens up. That goes like that. So that opens up like that. That goes there like that. There you go. And then that goes up like that. And then if you can see in the inside there, you can see right down there how the plug is quite snug in there. As you can see, though, I'm going to fire this up right, and then that will heat everything up, and then the air can come out of here, the dampness can come out of there. Then I'm going to seal it. I need some grey fire cement, and then I can touch this up because we've got paint on there, we've got scratches on there. Put some mastic around there, keep that solid, and then that'll be sorted. So I'm just testing this now. I've got a few holes in there. The temperature might go up. Let's see, what I'm doing is I'm leaving the sides open until it heats up, dries up the middle and the steam will come out of there later on. We've got fire going on there, but it's not really having it. Look at that, it's like smoke screens at the moment, but them coals are black, damp, wet. And I think that wood, I'll use some of that wood as well. I'm looking at the temperature to see how high it goes because I haven't cut the grooves out yet for the skewers. So if you can see, look at that, it's going right up there now. Right up there, 300 degrees C, it's getting there. And I'll leave that lid on, see how hot it goes. Be interesting to see. It's also weird because I keep thinking it's going to explode. Oh, let's have a look at this chicken. What's going on here, Dan? Shall we take one out and see what's happening? Nah, I think we need to do it a bit more, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So try this one then. What's that one? Yeah, it's best to do it. You think it's done, don't you?
It's hard to tell, ain't it?
Yeah, let's make sure it's well done, I think, rather than... Still took a while to do though, didn't it? 20 minutes? You know, if I see the temperature's dropped in there now. Yeah. Right, what we're doing. We're just removing this chicken out there now. Let's see what's happening here. And then what we'll do is we'll put it on this plate. Oh, that should just pull straight off of there. That's, wow. There's 2 pieces of chicken that's done. And there should be another 2 pieces here. And then what we can do, I'll tell you what, these are lovely hot now, but they are lovely when they're cooled down as well. So, see what's happening in there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's still we've still got a temperature of 230, 250. We'll see how that goes up to. Right, I've had the Tandoor on since 6:30. Let's see what's happening. It's after 10 now. Oh goodness me, it's still on. Look at that. It's still on. You only put a few coals in. It's been on here since 6:30. It's after 10. What's going on? Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Look at that, it's amazing. After 10. Still hot.